Hi, I'm Joe Granados, and it's June 11, 2015. It's the second year anniversary. I cannot say anniversary of my girlfriend and I today, and I just wanted to share kind of I think supernatural testimonial, really. Um, Basically, Cindy and I, we've been together for a while, and we came together initially. We were both kind of lost souls when we got together, and then we both realized that we wanted to be a family, but be a Christian family. We wanted to be Christians, and we didn't even really know a lot about what that meant, even though we both knew about God and Jesus. And so so basically, it's been 2 years, and we didn't get married. We were living together, and we ended up kind of having some struggles here and there, ups and downs. I did go over to Taiwan and meet with her parents, and asked her father for his blessing, and to which he accepted. So that I feel like we got into a good spot there, but that was almost a year ago now, and just things, I don't know if the devil was fighting us or what, but just things never really worked out. And then here we are at our second year, and we've been kind of rocky lately. And right today, last night we kind of fought, and this morning we sort of fought some more, and then I just kind of I don't know what to call it, but like desperately searched for any information I could find about like what to do. I was beside myself. Like, I love her very much, and I didn't want to, like, I felt like it seemed right that we should be able to get married if that's what we both want. If she wants to follow me in walking with the Lord Jesus Christ, then I want to marry this woman. So earlier today, I wasn't sure whether we should have a ceremony, do rings or anything. Lately I've been, I don't know if it's the devil or not, putting this paranoia in my mind about whether it's right to have a ring, right to be engaged, right to make vows of commitment, and so I didn't know. So I thought, oh well, we could fill out a marriage license. There can't be any harm in that. That's got to be okay under God. God approves marriages. He's approved it from the very beginning. So basically, I asked Cindy I said, hey, well, are you willing to fill out a marriage license and get married? And she said okay. And when she said that, I'm like, gosh, this isn't like how you see it in the movies. I'd like to do it right if it's okay under God. I'd like to do it. I would like to ask her for her hand in marriage. If it's okay to have a ring, I'd like to give her a ring. And so I'm just like, okay, well, we had stuff to do. She needed to get a haircut, and she was just gonna go. And things were right before she had to go for her haircut appointment is when we decided to talk about this marriage license thing. And a few minutes before that, we were kind of felt lost and doomed for a relationship. And then we talked about the marriage license, and then all of a sudden she had to go into town for an appointment, and I thought she was gonna go. But then all of a sudden she asked me to go with her to drop her off. She didn't, she's not too familiar with where she had to go. I know she could have figured that out, but she asked for me to give her a ride. And then I'm like, okay, I'll give you a ride. And then she's like, oh, never mind, I'll go. But then I insisted at that point. I'm like, no, I got it, I'll go. I'm getting ready. So I dropped her off. I took her into town and dropped her off where she needed to be. And then, I had some time to kill while she was at her appointment. So I and I guess I should rebuke saying time to kill in the name of Jesus. That's saying you want to stay away from talking like that. So I thought, okay, I'll go to the coffee shop and do some more research on marriage and stuff. And then for some reason I'm here and I'm nearby like a Ace Hardware, and for some reason I got it in my head that, you know what, I should stop at Ace Hardware and get a couple of things that I thought I needed to get just to do some things around the house. And I don't know, it just happened. I didn't really, I'm like, wow, that's weird, but yeah, I might as well do it, you know? That's a good idea. I don't need to go to a coffee shop. I'll just go there. So I went there, and I couldn't find what I was looking for right away. I went there and looked around. I ended up asking people that worked there, you know, if they can help me find some stuff, and I got to talking with one of the guys. Like, I found one item, and then I needed another item, and I had to go search for that and talk to another guy, and then I wanted to find another item. Basically, I got stalled there. I spent like an hour or so at Ace Hardware, and I'm like, okay, the last thing I wanted to get, I just could not find. I found it on the internet, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go check out, buy my stuff, and leave. So I'm making my final walk out of Ace Hardware, and who's in front of me? None other than Pastor Damien. And I'm like, Pastor Damien? He was right in front of me. I should tell you that right before I went to Ace Hardware, and as Cindy and I were coming into town, I was talking about, hey, well, I was thinking we should talk to Pastor Damien, and, you know, maybe he could marry us, or we could maybe do a ceremony, maybe first do a marriage license. I don't really know what to do at this point. I'm thinking, man, maybe I should give him a call or something. And I just ran into him at Ace. And he actually said he wasn't going to go to Ace, he was going to go to like a Home Depot. And he decided to check out Ace instead too. And anyway, I said, wow, it's so weird that I was just thinking about you and thinking about calling you. And so I started talking to him about the fact that Cindy and I are wanting to get married and are talking about it. And basically I told him kind of this, you know, majority of the situation, and he basically told me, well, you know what we usually do is we do like a pre-marriage kind of session individually, and kind of it's almost like a mini deliverance, which is very important if you're going to walk with the Lord. You need to get the demons and evil spirits out of you in order to be able to hear from God. So I'm like, wow, that would be great. That's exactly what I was looking for. So I was kind of surprised. I almost felt bad about taking up his time. I ran into him out of the blue and just kind of, I feel like I gave it all of it to him, and I'm like, wow, he probably just wanted to fix his thing, whatever he was trying to do at Ace Hardware, and maybe he was busy. But thank God he actually took the time and shared a lot with me, and we talked and exchanged numbers, and he said, you know, like next week to call him next week, and I think we can start, you know, that pre-marriage session and take it from there. And actually, from talking with him, one of the things I've heard that rings can be a symbol of evil. They can represent a snake eating a snake, and you hear all these things, and I don't know, I don't think we're supposed to overthink it that much. I think if we, you know, get married under God, I think God's going to honor that marriage. And the thing about having a ring is not supposed to be a symbol of evil. It's a symbol of evil if you look upon it as a symbol of evil, or if you borrow your grandparents' ring and they used to practice witchcraft, like that can be bad. But a ring can be good in a marriage to help other guys recognize that your wife is married. This is a big one. And another is just so that you guys remember that you are married together, and it doesn't have to be evil. Okay, so why not have a ring? Why not have, you know, a ceremony to kind of commemorate the situation, and then also what this pastor said to me, which, you know, I give him a lot of respect, and he, you know, you're supposed to judge your pastor by his fruits, and this guy, he's healed and delivered people, and he travels around the world. So I trust what he has to say. You know, obviously you want to pray about it, and you want to read the Bible every day and all that stuff, and hear what other people are having to say, you know. But he also said that, what was I going to say? I forget. He said that, well, he was basically saying that having a ceremony, there's nothing wrong with it, having a ring. Oh yeah, making a vow, an oath of commitment to each other. I mean, we have a covenant with God as believers in Jesus Christ. Okay, so covenants are, you know, that is proof that covenants can be good. You just have to recognize that a covenant is a serious thing, like marriage. God never intended for there to be divorce. He didn't design marriage so that there could be a divorce later. Covenants are not to be taken lightly, and that's the whole issue with being wary of doing a divorce or doing an oath, is because a lot of people nowadays don't understand the power of that vow, of that oath, and they don't take it seriously. There are lots of examples where people make oaths with each other, like blood brothers or whatever you want to call different stuff, and it goes back to give them trouble later in life, and they don't even realize it because they made that oath a long time ago, and a lot of things had gone by, and basically they're troubled and they don't even know why. And that's why you want to go to Jesus Christ and get deliverance, and you're going to realize all those things. So, all right, that's it, guys. Stay blessed in Jesus Christ's name.